Good afternoon. This is a presentation about the six killer apps of prosperity and the different thoughts of world development. First, Ferguson and the six killer apps. Ferguson talks about the reason why we can explain why there is such a large difference in the world because there are so developed countries while else where people die of hunger. We reached a not very elaborate answer that makes sense. That are ideas, institutions, but the difference lies in the six killer apps. These apps are competition, scientific revolution, property rights, modern medicine, consumer society, and work ethic. Today, Europe been losing these applications and are applying the standard Korean better, and that's what is resulting in economic development that threatens to dethrone the West. This is showing us the end of the green divergence. Now, let the thoughts of other exhibitors. First, Friedman. Friedman is the first to be cited and referred to a level of 3.0, talking about the relation between both commercial and individual relationships. Has I explained this a little or not intervention in mediation processes between them? In the field of foreign trade, free trade is based on the advance of tariffs and any and all forms to trade barriers, preventing the exchange of products between companies that function as economic units separate. Free trade involves the removal of artificial barriers to trade between individuals and voluntary undertakings in the various countries. The term is the interaction of individual without the intermediation of the states for business. Next is Wimawat. Now, is the second author. Its argument is a clear indication of its position in the world is not close to being flat, and that's the difference that wishes to establish with Friedman. Human relationships have superposed the Gaussian technology are not as exaggerated as analyst friends on Facebook. Only 10% are friends from other places where they live. This exchange of ideas in the general but of the United States sends abroad that 30% of people actually say it was 1%. In our religion, Wimawa, theory applies because foreign aid in these moments to poor countries. In the other regions, its relationship to people in their own countries is 1 of 30,000. If we lower that number and leave Finland curve balance a little more balanced, no, this is not right. Rosling. Rosling talks about how Indians is developing and achieve better studies and knowledge than Sweden. And this leads to a series of statistics that can see that India and China are growing a large and very little time to become increasingly close to having a per capita income almost to US or the UK. This source indicates that China could regain its position as the domination global production, but this can happen when for Rosling is something that can be given in 2048. The biggest problem of this lack of progress is the inequality in countries internally. There are people living without luxuries while others live in extreme poverty. Jakes. Jakes take place believe that China's economic world is the most powerful nation in just 10 years, in 2012. Thanks to its cultural move of development and innovation of China can revolutionize the world. As a developing country, the best economy in the world developed countries. But all this will happen as a jake because other countries have a of superiority toward China. Everyone to live the future of China's owls. Nay, Nay tells us that for him there are two types of ways that you can see the power shift that is occurring in the world. One is the transition of power and the second diffusion of power. When he tells about the transition of power refers to China and agrees on this point with Jakes and Roslings on the fact that in the century will see China more half of the population and more than half of world production. Now, international communication we are only the rich, now everyone can access them before. Talk of the China economy over the US in 2027. Well, this is all of the presentation. Thanks.